Good evening, everybody. Welcome to stream. I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, and I hope you all had a wonderful week too. uh, and my train of thought has immediately derailed. We're off to a great start today, aren't we? Start scene. Yeah. I updated that, but also finally finished the end scene, the new end scene, which I am actually pretty happy, well, really happy with. And what other bits do I need to get done for? Well, I want to update the chat overlay bit. I may make some adjustment. There's a lack of little guy on there, so yeah, there might be a. You might randomly find that there's a little guy on there at some point. I also need a scene transition, but that won't take me couple of months because my own laziness and unhealthy falling into a Vampire Survivors rabbit hole. So yeah. And I want to get back to making me 5.0 model, so I can start using it and update my bloody branding. Like, so put it this way, some of my branding is still for my 3.0 model phase. It old. But hey ho. But luckily now, well, hopefully all my branding and overlays and that will be kind of consistent. Hell, I'm even like possibly musing about the idea of making the start and end scene much like the Zatsu or chatting scene, where I can just switch out the background. But I likely won't do that one. I really need a sudden haircut. Like, my IRL hair is getting kind of ridiculous. That and having long hair is actually a bit of a pain to wash. So that's a thing for next week I have to do. And yeah. Honestly, I'd say this week has been surprisingly productive. I finally finished off that design for the Red Bubble design for mugs. Because I randomly decided to experiment with designs for product types I don't typically make designs for that. So, remind me to stick that up tomorrow. I've also remembered that I have an Instagram account, and I'll likely be using that for shorts and pixel art more than anything else. Really, just to, I don't know, get myself out there more. You know? Because that's one thing I always have trouble doing, actually advertise myself and get my reach out there. So, yeah. And in other stuff too, like the other little projects and bits and pieces I work on. And that, yeah, I've been pretty productive there. It's nice to have a productive week, don't you think? I think so. But, there's also no point beating yourself up if you don't have a productive week, cause sometimes you either just do not have a motivation a particular week, or life throws everything at you a particular week. Like, not next week, week after, there may be a chance, well, there's probably a fairly big chance that I just don't stream that particular week. Because, yeah, house being done up related stuff. So, yeah. But what I'll do, for y'all, grab a, couple of extra clips on that. Not so I have, like, one for each day. Anyway, but yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure to grab a couple of extra clips from this week and next week's streams, so that I have a couple extra shorts to cover for the week where I'm not streaming. Like, because not streaming the week after next, potentially, very likely, I won't have streams to make clips, to make shorts out of for the next week. So I'm gonna have to be a bit clever and sort of backlog it a bit, Matt. Anyway, speaking of streams, I better boot up the game now, shouldn't I? Because we is playing more Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I've actually been looking at more stuff about the first Hyrule Warriors game. and apparently, like, the Switch version of that has actual issues with causing overheating, which is worrying. Anywho, the doodle's loaded up. Go. Oh, the stream lag did not like that one. Yeah, as you can probably tell, like I said, I've been doing some stuff between, since, last stream. And I was just going around doing a bunch of, stuff. Specifically the, character training bits. Cause what that does is unlock, extra nodes for, where the rewards is more combos I'm at. There's also something I do want to grab. No, I did have that, logged in. Yeah, I want this one, like I said last time, because increases sensor registered materials drops, which will just make life 1,000 times easier.
Don't be a stranger.
Quite a powerful, quality of life thing, that. Yeah. Anywho, let us go to military training camp. I have been, well, I have done a couple of levels of characters. Link's where, we need to be. How many characters do we need for that? Okay, we need Zelda raised and another character. Up to 22. The levels are now getting expensive. I'm actually going to go with Rivali here, because I've been playing him a bit off stream, and actually been enjoying using him. I really hope there are like more side bits that give you Guardian parts. I can't remember what part of a thing tree in there you need to actually do for Link's DLC weapon. Because I definitely want to get into that early. Wait. Oh yeah, since last stream, the Ichiban Festival for Sonic Racing Crossroads actually started. Haven't checked it out yet, but that's what tomorrow's stream's for. Well, it's just your average festival, really. I want to find out when I can get. Ah. Okay, found something on it. Okay, I know where it is. Like, it's in the middle tree area. Makes sense? Christ. Well, I'm not complaining on that one.
Oh, it looks delicious. Not half bad.
More XP is more XP. Alright, let's get to it. Yes, I also put Link in a different outfit. Then again, after this level, I don't think the new outfit will last long.
Could wield the sword that seals the darkness. This would require that they vanquish the monsters in Korok Forest, where the legendary blades slept. All 4 of the pilots were to take part. Zelda, seeking data to help calibrate the divine beasts, accompanied them. As did Link, for he always stayed by the princess's side.
So, well, we've had 2 levels that have ended in a Divine Beast segment.
Hyrule's king chose us to perform this pivotal task. It will be my honor to excel, as always. Then there's you. The one part that doesn't add up. Why should this nobody be trusted to lead us in the coming battle?
It doesn't matter who's the leader. We're all in this together, right?
You are, of course, mistaken. My divine beast is the key. Really now, it makes no sense. Well, my one comfort is that your reputation will be completely ruined once you fail.
Yeah,
following
Vivali's a
night-
prick early on.
Rivali, how long do you expect us to put up with your prattle, huh?
I've said enough. The time has come to show you what I'm made of. Now witness Va Meadow's divine power.
Yeah, like I said, you know how we had 2 missions last time that ended with a Divine Beast segment? This one starts off with a Divine Beast segment. Va Meadow. Va Meadow plays... well, gameplay is very different to the other Divine Beasts. As rather than going along a set path and just destroying enemies as you go along, until you have to destroy a bunch of enemies at the end, here your whole game plan is to go around the map just destroying all the objectives it wants you destroyed. You have a below view and a forward facing view. Make sure to switch between them. And that. And, well, your special attack is same as all the other Divine Beasts. Giant fuck-ass laser. But yeah, you can... Make sure to steer Farm Meadow. Oh, you need to defeat all these outposts. Okay. Yeah, these lasers are a bit loud, don't you think? Oh, that's a... Okay, so that's actually different depending on what viewpoint you use. Nice. Okay, I did not know that. Actually, I could probably take those out with a laser. There we go.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was a fairly short segment too, actually. I remember it being actually a bit more lengthy. Well, part of that is cause, first time flyers are gonna have a bit of trouble with some of the complexity of its controls. Now, with our talons firmly back on the ground? Well, in a second, Melby.
All clear over here.
Okay, let's go.
We now venture into the Lost Woods. Why does my capture card not like cutscenes on Switch games?
This is quite the fog.
Are we even making progress? We could just be going in circles.
Good point. If only someone could fly above and scout the way.
As though I could see anything through this muck. Honestly, do you ever think before you speak?
Getting lost is the least of our worries. If something attacked us, we wouldn't see it coming.
Yes, we must be prepared for even the most unusual... Whoa? Huh?
Oh yeah, this has to, by the way.
A Korok.
That's great! Mine
He is one very tall Korok.
So cool. I'd love to get home myself. But there are scary, mean monsters in the woods, and I can't get past them.
You could probably sneak right by if you didn't have those.
Okay, why does Hestu sound like March 7th from Honkai Star Rail?
We have business.
I've never played Honkai Star Rail,
You lead the
but
way, we can handle the monsters.
I do keep up to date with it. In terms of what's going on in the story.
In that case, follow!
I'm not the only one going crazy here, right? Oh yeah. S2 is now joining our group. Also, I'm keeping an eye out for any buried chests or something like that, cause I was replaying one mission to see if I can score some more Guardian parts. Also, there was literally a Korok right here. Ah. Bell goblins. I hate these things in Tears of Kingdom. Of course they do that. Luckily, I've gone in with me trusty two-handed weapon on Link, so... Keys materials. Oh, I just realized I didn't actually switch out a Belsa for a Vali. Shit. Yeah. The stealth versions of enemies are just like the normal ones. So... Oh yeah, if you're used to... Well, you should be used to taking out, normal, moblins at this point. Ooh, sneaky little shits. Now what's the... Okay, the lose condition is Link, Zelda, or Hestu flees. Yeah, it seems like you just get normal moblin materials from them. Oh yeah, forget there's like style version of Zelphos. Waypoint smash, please, Link. Thank you. Yeah, it does seem like you only get normal moblin materials out of stale goblins and that. Okay, Stale Enox? Kinda makes sense that we'll be fighting one of these when we start introducing the style enemies. Stale Nox. What I said about the stale goblins goes for Stale Nox. Basically, if you're good at fighting Hinoxes, you will not have any issue with this guy. His weak point is his eye. So that's the part of the hitbox you're hitting. I wonder if Tears of the Kingdom you can actually yank a Stalnox's eyes straight out of its head. Wonder. Yes, they are weak to fire. Okay, so quite literally kill it with fire. I don't think that works. No, that does work twice. Well, the first game, the elemental stuff was just there to add extra status things to enemies. Here it's literally a case of, yeah, they do have a... There is a sort of elemental weakness system. Ah. First experience with malice. So, gimmick with malice. There are malice eyes around the map. Destroy all of them, but malice disappears. In that case, I'm gonna pull double duty with Link. Or I can leave Link to do that. To have a bit of a go with Hestu. So, let's do his whole gimmick. Summoning Korok solution. I gotta admit, it's gonna take me a while to get used to this moveset. That one's not a bad one for straight line AoE. Okay, that one's the moves around thing. Oh yeah, you got like malice versions of, well, copies of the champions. Oh yeah. You're in electricity. Oh, in water. And also, I think because this is like a duplicate of Mifa, it makes doubly sense that it's weak to lightning. Remember what I said last time? Oh, appropriate.
Fortune was not on your side.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna start having you move over to there. Damn. Yeah, that. That move's actually pretty good for spreading. Yeah, Zelda's actually. Well, Zelda with a Sheik Slate is actually really good for shredding weak point gauges, ain't it?
One, despite the odds.
Yeah, her momentum attack. Yeah. Don't do much.
I can help. If I must, not my chance.
Just keeping an eye out for any, like, secret goodies I'm at.
I will defend Hyrule! In every way I can. Sit back! I can still fight. Goodbye. Now this! All for you!
Oh yeah! Zelda gets out this, little remote bomb drone.
I won, despite the odds.
Okay, I'm gonna have Zelda... just kind of do her own thing, really. That's... I think I went into this last time, but... like, one of the big issues I have with this game is that... it does feel like you have to do everything yourself a bit more. Whereas... in the LG Hyrule Warriors, or at least the 3DS version, it does feel like that you can actually leave it up to the rest of your army. Or order the other playable characters to do so, and they'll do a decent job at it. Of capturing outposts for you. I might play more of Hyrule Warriors Legends in my own time on that. Because honestly, there's things I like about both. Like, if you want a good story, whoa, a good Zelda story, this is probably the less fan fiction-y out the two. Kinda. Well, I much prefer the Sheikah rune system to the held item system. Just cause, well, having it on this sort of thing just makes it easier to make use of in actual combat. Whereas the items in the first Hyrule Warriors, yeah, you needed to select it a bit of a different way. Well, you didn't really need to make as much use of it. Because, yeah, it was just easier to... just kite round monster and wait for the weak point gauge to be exposed. Then go nuts. One sec. And then there's this asshole again. And well... It wouldn't be a Zelda game without Link getting some kind of fancy, glowing magical sword.
What?
Though, this probably doesn't cause them to lose hearts. If he tries to pull it. And there it is. The jingle that we're now fucking strapped. Yep, Link now has a Master Sword. And... when you're at full health, it sends out sword beams on the normal attacks, or I think on all attacks that actually involve a sword, I believe. Prophet of Doom, Astor, an original character for this game. He is Dark Spellcaster character. Yeah, you might notice that, but Master Sword is a hell lot stronger than the hammer I was using before. Well, it's a Master Sword. Camera, you are not helping me at all here. Run away. You forgot. One key thing. You are standing in water. I can't remember how many times you actually fight this guy in the game. Well, At least in terms of the main story. That attack can do a lot of damage. Yeah, this is definitely the point in the game where I go, okay, you take damage now. But I believe yeah, I believe this is where you start getting the tier 2 versions of some characters, some weapon types. I think we just need one more weak point now. And then I think he's gonna go down. Yep. Yeah, Ancient Power Boost. That is Zelda's Sheikah Slate tier 2 weapon. Yep, a device that attaches to the Sheikah Slate. It provides extra external energy, increasing the power of runes. Hestu's weapon, Maracas. And I think they start at tier 2. I'm not sure if that's Mipha's tier 2. I think that might be Impa's tier 2. But yeah, unlike with the first Hyrule Warriors, where you'll get... well, where you have to find the tier 2 in a chest, I think at this point onwards we'll just naturally find the tier 2 weapons for characters. Hard-boiled eggs. Well, we have enough eggs anyway, so yeah.
Great Deku Tree.
All is well. The sword you hold is the key to defeating the Calamity.
Great Deku Tree.
To sealing the darkness. Young hero.
The first
you have
proper
been
appearance of
chosen
it
by the
was
sword
in
to
Ocarina of
wield
Time.
its power and vanquish the Calamity. And you, princess,
And, well,
do not lose hope.
it's a giant sentient
The
tree
path will open
with
for
sage
you.
wisdom.
I see.
Forgive me. A deep slumber beckons, and even I cannot refuse.
I was going to make a pun there, but I couldn't think of one.
You have all that is needed to face whatever destiny awaits. Hyrule's fate is in your hands.
But yes, Link now has a Master Sword. And we also unlock Hestu. Yeah, we've seen a lot of pop-ups. Ah, so those co-op seed poop things we've been collecting. We can now use those on these ones to increase weapon storage. Well, various capacities. Apparently, I thought it was just for weapons. Gain ability to de-rust weapons.
It's you! Yes. Thanks. Yes, quite.
Just familiarizing myself with what? Yeah, we're also now getting things for more combos. Yiga Slate combo.
It seems I've
Desperately needs a couple extra things.
I am stronger than before.
Oh, we can finally get some of the combos for Duke. What level is that one? 23. Honestly, getting combos for Hestu ain't bad, because he seems to be good at weak point gauges. Or at least, I think he is. Okay. With that one, we only really need to find some optical rocks to beat the crap out of. So, yeah. Yeah, I think we can just go ahead and jump in with this. And yeah, you can actually level up the Master Sword, I think.
With the discovery of the knight who seals the darkness, hope spread among the people of Hyrule. Yet unease lingered in the princess's heart. No matter how much she devoted herself to training and research, doubts plagued her. To clear her mind, Princess Zelda joined the pilots on a mission to investigate some unusual relics. Alas, their expedition bore no fruit, and they set off on the road back to Hyrule Castle.
Right. I do remember this one.
How can I... If I am unable
I know there's
to
one
awaken my inner power...
around this sort of point where oh yeah, the song little guy's playing is, well, Zelda's Lullaby, a pretty iconic tune from the franchise. First showing up in Ocarina of Time, I believe? Yeah, Ocarina of Time is kind of like rather iconic to the Zelda franchise for a reason. That's a sneaky place for a chest. Oh yeah. I can just do that. Yeah, we have a timer for this particular mission. Zora Spear. I think that's Mipha's tier 2 actually. So I wonder if it is actually a bit different and instead you do need to find a copy of it in a level to before you start getting them to just normally show up. And it's like specific levels for specific weapon types. I know. I do think the first Hyrule Warriors did actually do a bit of a better job conveying this to a player. Like, because you always knew when you got a new version of a weapon or a new weapon type for a character, because it will just say, oh, you got a sealed weapon. Or something like that. And once you got hang on. Brain, work with me here. There are some secret areas. And a Korok. I knew they would hide a Korok around here. Yeah, the first Hyrule Warriors, I think, conveyed some stuff a bit better. Knight's Broadsword. I think that actually might be Link's tier 2 two-handed. I don't know if you can put modifiers specifically on the Master Sword. Or, they'll specifically unlock for you. Anywho. Blue Moblins. We're seeing higher tiers of enemies now. So, watch yourself. We've already been seeing blue bokoblins for a while now. Yeah. The goal is simple, just get to the glowing point on your map within the time limit. If there's dry grass, light it on fire. Or grass in general, light it on fire. And now we need to actually go and help out the Hireling captains. Ice Moblin. That probably means that yep, there's a segment that involves water later on, so make sure you have your ice and lightning rods at ready. More so your lightning rods, because it looks like there are electric. Well, I do wish there was a way to properly replenish oh, those are two electric crossbows. I'm gonna ignore them completely. Now we have... Oh, I didn't think the holes appeared again, after the Master Sword, fight. Oh, after the previous mission. I guess I was mistaken. These are electric enemies, so... It does seem like if water electric attacks will still open up their weak point gauge, but just won't weaken it. You won't get the fragile version of it, as I'm just going to refer to it as. That's probably a better name for it, but there we go, that's one down. Time to take out the other one. And... Yep, I was about to say, they're going to change the objective to palaces. Fun. And two of them like that. Oh, okay. That really doesn't stun them for long. I suppose there's a reason why ground types are immune to electric type attacks in Pokemon. Does it work for that? It works for that though. Oh, and there's Holos too. Fantastic. By the way, make Link the only character you can use him as. Oh right, Holos. Oh god, the frame drops. Wait, doesn't Link literally have an attack that pops them up in the air? Well, it kind of pops them up in the air, but not by high enough to really do much damage to that weak spot. Oh. Yeah, forget that if you topple them, they do, but... And weak point smash. There we go. Yeah, now we're getting Knight's Broadsword, which is two-handed weapons. No. Are they one-handed? No, I think they're one-handed weapons. Because I think it's the Claymore ones which are the two-handed weapons. Honey candy. More rubies. Definitely useful, that one.
Link, he's become so much stronger.
And yet I have not. I presume that's what you're thinking? Hmm?
More and more monsters have been appearing lately. It is a sign that the Calamity draws
You know,
near.
if there's one thing this game does well,
So, there isn't much time. And still, no sign of my power awakening.
is to
Little.
show
Perhaps you are missing the point.
Zelda's
in where
frustration
your
about
progress
her
leads.
powers not awakening.
It's the same boy he was before acquiring that sword. He will rise to any challenge.
Yep,
with
and Link
no
still eating
hesitation.
Goron food.
That's all there is to it. In that regard, you two are one and the same.
I wonder if he has a
Look how
notebook
hard
on
you
like
worked to get
different
this
food
far.
stuff and that.
Well, you see,
You know, it'd be interesting if we have like a Link that,
There's no need
or
to fret.
a Zelda game protagonist,
I know.
where that
You
doesn't
are
want to
who
become a
you need to
hero.
be. You must accept that too.
Legend of Zelda, Link goes, fuck this, I want to be a chef.
thank you, Urbosa.
The pilots of the divine beasts, and the knight with the key to defeating Calamity Ganon. In a grand ceremony, these 5 heroes convened, and King Rome bestowed upon each the title of champion. The people gave cheer, the ceremony drew to an end, and the champions enjoyed a moment of rest.
We did it. We have all the pieces on the board to stop the Calamity. With the Knight who seals the darkness, the 4 champions, and you, of course, I'm positive. We can turn back the... Would you stop making a nuisance of yourself? Unlike you, the princess is extremely busy. Hey! Oh, you cut it out. Oh, now listen, you. Oh. Stop that! We're trying to help the
Egg
princess
1,
here.
Impa 0.
Come on, you two. There's no need to fight.
Oh, how dare you act so disrespectfully in front of Her Highness! You troublesome teapot!
So, Daruk, about what we discussed.
Ah, so you're ready to begin your training. Let's get to it.
Thank you. I hope to become stronger so that I can fight alongside. Oh, no. I was just,
Enough.
So,
Me out of this. If you must fight, do it
Come
elsewhere.
back here, you whiny little... Oh!
Stop it. How asinine.
so yeah, Mifa kind of has a bit of a crush on Link. No, I'm not kidding. Like, it's quite a thing. Weird. Oh, yep. We are about to deal with some, yeah, we are about to deal with some... What's it? Some Yiga bullshittery. Really, extra combo.
I've outdone myself.
Oh, it's time to throw these at us. Special attack gauge. Clues on the tin. Like, it increases the amount of attack gauge a character has. Yeah, we're now seeing that for more or less all the characters, I'm guessing.
I will not rest on my laurels.
I definitely want to try and get the bonus combo for Link's two-handed weapons. Because I like Link's two-handed weapons.
Good stuff.
There we go. Now, the thing is 25. Okay, so we need Zelda raised up to 25. And another character. Do I go with Daruk? Oh. Daruk, Rivali, or Hestu? You know what? I was going to bring Rivali into the last one, but forgot to actually... Well, to the Lost Woods one, but forgot to switch over to him.
You have a lot to look forward to.
No matter what, we will see this through.
Oh. Make sure to switch Zelda over to her tier 2. Link, I'm gonna keep him on the Master Sword. Oh yeah, hard-boiled eggs are another XP item, but only 5%. Though, I believe later on you can actually have it so you have multiple food buffs active at once, so you can stack them. I think there's also one that I think there's also foods recipes that give you more XP bonus.
Oh, it looks delicious.
Surprising.
Indeed.
Don't know what actual levels are good for
As the pilots
XP
learned to
grinding in
manipulate
general.
the arcane machinery of their divine beasts, Pura led a research expedition to the otherworldly edifice that had appeared on Hyrule Field. This Sheikah Tower was far from the only one of its kind. In fact, such structures were embedded deep in the earth throughout the kingdom, their emergence controlled by a device inside Hyrule Castle. To activate the control device, they would have to bond the Sheikah Slate with a Sheikah Tower. Zelda, Pura, and the champions set out to do just that. Studying relics again,
Father!
You think you have time to busy yourself with things like that?
It's just that
What you don't know is he's probably swearing at him in robot language or something
This is from a long time ago. It's a relic I found one day while Mother and I were out exploring. Mother and I, we discussed it at some length together. It seemed special, like it might hold hidden powers. Even after all this time, I've yet to unravel its purpose. But Father, if you allow me to uncover the meaning behind such relics, I believe it could help us to—
Enough! That is not for you to determine.
It doesn't mean I won't continue with my training, Father. But I also want to explore all options, to do everything that I can.
Even so, it seems that you are avoiding your duty. I will allow it, for now. But do not forget your mission.
Well, that was an awkward conversation. But you can kind of get why he is a bit antsy. Like, the Calamity's drawing near, so makes him anxious. Told you I would get to the Yiga clan today.
Fix that Sheikah thingamajig. What does that mean for me? I mean us.
That thingamajig will tell them where we are and what we're doing.
Our cover would be blown, huh? Sounds like bad news.
Measures are being taken.
Huh?
Soon you'll each have your own parts to play.
Respect, sugar. This is a directive from Lord Ganon.
Apologies.
This guardian is possessed by Calamity Ganon, harbinger of destruction. With it, I
Yep,
will
the
bring
other
this world
little
to
egg
its knees.
that was skulking around Rito Village before we got there.
I'm blind, seer.
is another,
is not for mortals.
well, one of our little egg. Is possessed by Calamity Ganon. Specifically, the version, I'm guessing, the fragment of it that followed our little egg back to this timeline. And now these things are gonna pop up all over the place.
Yes, you did wonderfully.
One down and a whole lot more to go. Time's a-wasting, right?
Zelda and the others had successfully activated the central tower. Under Purah's guidance, they embarked on a mission to restore the ancient structures all across Hyrule. They had no notion that a shadowy foe was amassing all its might to disrupt their quest. The party headed for Akala, where the final tower awaited, as did a Yiga clan ambush.
Akala's Citadel. How's your... Whoa. Akala's Citadel before it was all destroyed it and stuff.
Yes.
Okay, this is a bit of a... divide and conquer situation. Again, only issue with
Be still.
Diwali, as I outlined last stream, he can get knocked out of the sky very easily. Also, his weak point gauge
Princess.
I'm on my way.
locks him, well, drags him back to the ground as well.
Figures.
Ooh, what I'm actually gonna do... I'm going to plan ahead by actually having Link going that direction. Now you might be wondering why I'm doing this. But I actually do have good reason to send Link in this direction. I'm also gonna send Zelda in that direction.
Watch and learn. You stand a chance. Behold.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, that's what these things are for.
Watch and learn. You stand a chance.
Alley-oop. And it's gone.
Hang on.
Yep, that's the reason why I
Princess.
I'm on my way.
send Link and Zelda in their particular directions.
I can still fight.
Oh yeah, thing to note with Zelda, she can activate
Now this.
Chica runes early.
Get back. If I must. Now this. All with you. I can help.
Yeah, Zelda's weak point gauge is kind of shit. Like, seriously, not a strong suit.
Never cease.
I won, despite the odds.
I want to see if there's anything down here, like if they stole the clock away down here or something. They stole the chest down here. Okay, no Koroks. still say what I mean. It does feel like whoops, wrong button. It does feel like you need to personally control the characters yourself to really get anything done. But hey ho. Ah, gotcha, bitch.
I think not.
Always worth double checking for co-ops and shit. Ah. Oh, but didn't do anything. Now I'm disappointed. Ah, where could a co-op be? Oh, there's a chest. No, don't worry about the co-op here. Whatever, let's get moving. Time's a wasting. Oh, there are two moblins here. I think what my plan is here is to after Link's cleaned up here, I'll have him start to head towards the entrance. Okay, have you head towards that? Oh, whoops. Wrong kinesis. Ace. And high explosives, ordnance and shit. There we go. Oh, there's a convenient little shortcut anyway. I gotta admit, that's one thing about Hyrule Warriors Legends. Because, in addition to being able to control, well, to have multiple characters, well, switch between characters you can control in a particular battlefield, they also put in a fast travel system. Which, honestly, that was one of those features in it that I was always kind of split on. Yeah, it's useful if you're, like, a feature like that would have been useful in the first Hyrule Warriors, where you were only controlling one character. In Legends onwards, you control multiple characters. Well, this is one way to completely demolish an entire room. Only thing is, I think Rivali just gets stuck on some of the lampshades. From what it seems like.
Watch and learn. You stand a chance.
What's this? Oh, there's stuff in here. Join ancient cause. Huh. I found one of those, well, a couple of those in a hidden chest when I was replaying one of the earlier story missions in my own time. That. Right. Right. Now I get all of the characters in one place. And gang up on them. Ha! Gotcha, bitch. Oh, look. Oh, there's a Lionel here too. Great, like fighting one the first time was fun. I feel no shame in doing the stasis weak point cheese. Not in the slightest. I hate fighting these fuckers in this game. I always will hate fighting these fuckers in this game. At least, well, the saving grace here is against these fuckers, ow! Oh. Actually. Yeah! That does the trick. Goodbye, Mr. Lionel. Go fuck yourself. How the fuck did that thing get in the Citadel without anyone knowing it in the first place? So yeah, I'm gonna use Zelda's little bomb drone thing to try and clear some of these guys out. Oh, suddenly Soga. Again. Yeah, you. Oh, what's that combo? Me likey. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Oh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think it's a 4x combo, that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. 1, 2, 4. And that allows me to get airborne. One, two, three, four. Yep. Right, I found a new combo to spam, fellas. One, two, three, four. And an X. And then fuck everything up. And we're all good and going. Uh-oh. Yeah, sometimes it's good to get rid of a health first. Oh, that was the wrong button. I can heal whilst not being able to move. Which makes zero sense in the slightest. Got you. And I can even do it in midair. So, sword you, Mr. Soldier. I can heal whenever the hell I like as long as I have the resources. I stick the sword in your skull.
Indeed.
Oh. Oh, damn. That's actually pretty high attack for in this stage of the game. Rivali's now getting his proper tier 2 bows. And now we're seeing more powerful secondary effects. And even some ancient parts we haven't seen before. Yiga damage, that would be very useful for anything where you're specifically using Zelda for. And her Yiga slate setup.
Oh, what a magnificent view! We're so high up. Pura, have you found anything yet?
I see. So, by bonding this with the Sheikah slate...
What's that? Pura?
Oh look, it's me when I hyperfixate on something.
Got a lot of power hiding inside. The Sheikah towers were designed to scan their surroundings for Calamity Ganon. When we activate them, the terminals load the Sheikah slate with a map of the area. You can see the geography nearby and locate monsters as easy as click snap.
So we can track down the enemy and take them by surprise.
Precisely! Whoa.
Be careful not to drop the bloody thing though.
Rather than just telling you about it, why don't I give you a little demo?
Ah, a lot more stuff now pops up. Oh shit, this is where we get some Sheikah slate upgrades actually. Yeah, Yiga Clan hideout. This is... We'll save that one for next time, actually. Great Fairy Trials. Hey, we... Yes, you can actually get the... Great Fairies as playable characters. Correct details in battle info. Damn. And okay, discounts for shops and shit. We got sapphires we need for extra thing upgrades. Ah! Okay. Yeah, we can actually get extra wardy bits and bobs. I think I don't know if it's like, if you 100% everything there. Or if it's just a certain completion ratio. Oh, that's a useful one to definitely get. Oh yeah, we also get a optional mission for the Divine Meadow stuff. I kind of want to save that for other stuff.
You're here! Yahoo!
Yeah, I need ancient springs and ancient shafts.
Thanks. Yes, quite. It's you! Yes!
I'm also going to add this to the sensor, see what
Don't be a
pops
stranger.
up. Oh, the color map don't actually pop up with it. Yeah, it does seem like this is our primary source of ancient parts. Okay, so this is just reduced time between particular rune uses. Two-handed weapons, bonus combo. You know, I'm gonna go for that.
Good work!
Movement speed. That's a lot of stuff for that, though.
Impressive.
Ah, nice.
Oh,
I can now buy Julians. Yes. Which means
Yes!
we can get this upgrade, which will make our life easier, cause it will give us
not bad.
a better chance of get what's this? I'm not gonna say no to that one either.
Couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah, that's to do with apples and shit. I think Link's DLC weapon is like about here-ish. Was it like here-ish? I did look up it and it is on this sort of track. I'm pretty eager to go for it. Yeah. Now that we have this increase sensor registered material drops, that might make life easier here. Because it might increase the drops of Guardian parts. Granted, I would need to. I can only really do this mission over and over for them, but. Hey ho.
Yeah.
Huh. What did I need pumpkins for? What did I? Oh right. More Sheikah sensor registrations. Yeah, that's especially useful now combined with the fact that anything we do register has more chance of dropping. It'll make our lives exponentially easier. But yeah. There are many different little side objectives now. Including ones to
Not bad, huh?
unlock the Great Fairies as a character. Yeah, this is a point in the game where you start being able to go after side characters. Well, optional characters. I think one of the optional characters later on I do like using a fair bit. More combo has to. Oh yeah, that's his tier 1 weapon. And you sort of almost instantly get access to his tier 2 weapon. As you can see, we now have the option to buy apples for when we need them. And yeah, that should give me plenty to chew on. Alright. Yeah, so Hestu's whole gimmick is just summoning co-ops and shit. Whoa, holy mother lag spike. It is not like you're doing that during a flurry rush. One, two, three. Oh no, I get it. Nothing. Why is Hestu just really good at ad clear? Oh, I will admit, the way his attack, his normal combo string is, where it's like primarily AoE, little AoE shockwaves, reminds me of Fire from BLG Hyrule Warriors. Oh, so that's how they... Okay. Oh. Oh yeah, input in this game is just every ninja stereotype you can find. I'm not even kidding. Like, frogs, the clone jutsu, the works. I mean, the Sheikah are pretty much ninjas, but... yeah... they're showy kind of ninjas. There we go. That should probably open up a extra what's it node for Hestu. No, it didn't. The Ancient Gears I do want to save up for. Again, I'm surprised this isn't actually a source of ancient parts.
For once, you've done well.
Colosseum. Oh, okay.
Beautiful work.
Oh yeah, that'll make shops have a bit of a discount, which I can see being useful. Oh no, I definitely want to ping that one. Military training camp discount is super useful. Because raising your character's levels via rupees gets expensive after a while. know what? I am gonna do one of these fairy fountain ones now. Just to give it a shot. I will say the side levels in this game aren't nearly as long as the ones in LG Hyrule Warriors. Or at least they don't feel like it. But then again, with Hyrule Warriors Legends, enemy spawnings in so few numbers and so slowly, because, well, with Hyrule Warriors Legends, it is on the 3DS. It can only do so much. But it's still an impressive port. Like, there was a... yeah. It is a full awesome Hyrule Warriors game on 3DS. That's probably not an easy feat to pull off. And the fact that they added extra content on top of that in the DLC. No, and even the base game. Like, then again, I want to get back into playing games on the 3DS in my own time anyway. Like, start up a fresh playthrough of Kid Icarus Uprising. Because God, I love that game. It's one of my favorite games from my teenage years. And flip the wood. Well, this is gonna be a fucking trap. Nope. No, it wasn't a trap. Yeah, side levels will sort of always be... well... I got that to work. Turns out, just, yellow choo-choos. Oh. No, wrong one. There we go. One, two, three, four. Yep. Okay, now I'm getting a hang of the one doing the full combo. out of it. Octoroks. I do need materials from those guys. I can't remember what for, but I need materials for those guys, from these guys. And there's Great Fairy. You know, Great Fairies were actually in the OG, Hyrule Warriors. And they were actually more of a stage gimmick. Like, you needed them to do certain things in the story scenarios. They seem really easy to just deal with. Well, I'll say about this is how you actually unlock them as the Great Fairies as a character. I'm also gonna say about something from the OG Hyrule Warriors. You could technically unlock them as a playable character in air quotes. They weren't actually a playable character in their own right. They were technically a weapon type, specifically for Link. But Link was relegated to being stuck in a tiny bottle. And it was actually the Great Fairy that does the fighting in that for that particular weapon, quote unquote. Oh! We're getting Link's tier 2 spears now. I suppose the Knight's ones are the tier 2 weapons. Then I think the tier 3 ones are the Royal Knight's weapons and stuff adjacent to that. Oh, that's why I need the Octorok balloons. Okay. That too. Oh, that's useful. Reduced enemy damage. Nice, nice. Oh yeah. So this particular node, by 100% of the map, I'm assuming, you get a special outfit for Link. And well, you know how I was mentioning the the first Hyrule Warriors game a second ago when talking about the Great Fairies? Guess what the 100% map reward is? Well, outside the DLC stuff. Link's outfit from the first Hyrule Warriors. Which actually is my personal favourite design for Link. I think the blue accents and with the scarf and that just work. And no, it just does. Out of all the designs for Link, I have to be a little bit biased and have to say Toon Link. The first Zelda game I ever played was Phantom Hourglass on the DS. So, yeah. Well, granted, believe it or not, I have not played that many Zelda games. Anywho, I'm gonna put the pin in the game there for today, and we're just gonna chill for a bit. Yep. But yeah, like I said, I haven't actually played that many Zelda games. I've only played 4 Zelda games in my lifetime. Phantom Hourglass, like I said. Then Hyrule Warriors Legends, the 3DS version of the OG Hyrule Warriors. Then this one, Age of Calamity. And then Tears of the Kingdom. Which I wouldn't mind actually starting a new game on that and just playing it in my own time and that. Not stream it, not attempt to stream it again, just cause honestly, in terms of doing like these stream playthroughs and that, I don't like doing games that are massively long. Now you might be wondering why I'm doing this game then. That's because it isn't actually that, it isn't, it's fairly long, but not extremely long. Like, it's longer than a lot of our typical playthroughs. Like, the typical length of playthroughs that we do. In which we can usually cover it in about, like, 4 to 5 weeks. Really. If you look back at both Sonic X Shadow Generations, the replay through of that, and Titanic Scion. Speaking of which, doesn't there have a paid expansion DLC thingy-mabob come around at some point this month? I'll have to look into that one. But yeah. Yeah. But you may be wondering on the whole, I don't typically like doing extremely long games for stream playthroughs, but like, it's either you're playing Monster Hunter. That's only kind of a playthrough. Like, it's as much of a grinding always can find some reason to come back to it game as it is a playthrough game. Hell, I'd argue it's more that way than a playthrough game, if I have to be completely honest. And Warframe is, well, a grinding game through and through. But it also, it does also have a pretty good story. Hell, you can tell, I am super excited for the old Peace update, in December. And yeah, I am definitely covering that one. Have I actually said when in December that's actually? Or have I just said December? And that's it. Let's have a look, see, shall we? Full frame. Old piece release date. Yeah, they just say December, that's it. Huh. Speaking of stuff I forgot about, I forgot about the, doing a Legend of Zelda film. Because that just popped up in me, Google bit on my phone. I honestly kind of forgot about that. I also kind of forgot if I said it's gonna be like a live action one or a hybrid one. I'm one of those. Not every film has to be. Well, game adaptation film has to be live action, but the Sonic movies proved that you can get that shit. Well, can get that to work, and yeah, doing that for a Legend of Zelda film kind of makes sense, if I'm honest. Like, go full on live action rather than the sort of hybrid approach the Sonic films did. But yeah, if I were going that way with the Zelda film, I want them to go full fucking Lord of the Rings with it. 'Cause, well, Lord of the Rings is the definitive sort of fantasy film franchise, right? The Legend of Zelda is one of those kinds of franchises for video games. So it kinda makes sense. Now my question is, are they gonna like try to adapt a game specifically? You know, like how the Sonic films try to adapt specific, well, do their own spin on specific games stories. Or are they gonna try to do something like the Mario movie or the Resident Evil films where it's essentially its own thing? Which, yeah. I mean, if they're gonna go more Lord of the Rings with it, doing their own thing with it would actually be a cool idea. And plus, you have to admit, a film based off of something like Ocarina of Time would just get very confusing to follow. Because, how many times does Link jump back and forth between the past and the future? Answer? More than you think. Never played it, but I know about that side of it. Can you imagine fucking Hess doing like a live action art style? What? Oh no, like, no, fuck that. I want to see what the Great Deku Tree would look like in a Lord of the Rings style setting. Now that would be really cool. Not sure it'd be a Zelda film would be something I would see personally, because, well, due to the distinct lack of Zelda games I've had in my life, it's not a franchise I indulge in myself into particularly much. I'm probably more likely to dive into a Mario game than I am a Zelda game. And even then, I'm probably not the biggest Mario person in the world. Like, yeah, like, I love Mario Kart, but, I don't know. Not really too crazy on Mario. But I do like the 3D Mario games. Like, I think the only mainline 3D Mario games I haven't played are Sunshine, 3D Land, and 3D World. I suppose, now that I know my 3DS is working, maybe I can find a used copy of 3D Land at some point. I'll worry about that later. But, yeah. I do wonder, like, what other gaming franchises are going to get films now? Because, well, ever since the Sonic film, well, the first Sonic film took off, we've been seeing a lot more of them. Like, first the Mario movie, then the Minecraft movie, the other Sonic films, and now this Zelda film that's in the works, apparently. I'm just curious to see what other films they would try. Oh, you know what would be a good one? Warframe. You can't tell me that they couldn't make some kind of cinematic masterpiece out of that one. Who says it's only the properties aimed at young audiences that are the only ones that are allowed to have adaptations? I mean, we have the Resident Evil ones from way back when. We have the World of Warcraft one from not too long ago. Hell, we even had the Lara Croft ones back in the early 2000s, I think. Fuck, I just dated myself. I know better films, actually. Not the greatest films in the world, but they're not bad. I don't know. Trying to think what other ones. Oh, can you imagine like a Xenoblade film? A Xenoblade Chronicles film? Maybe based off of one of the games or something like that. Because that's the only way I could see them potentially doing a Xenoblade Chronicles film, basing it off of one of the games. I would say likely 3 or X. X would be an interesting one. But, yeah. I haven't played through all the story in Definitive Edition, not even close, so I don't know what the epilogue's like. What other ones? You know what would be an evil one to... You know what would be an evil fucking film for the animators to do the animation for? A Rayman film. good luck trying to animate Rayman, a character who has no limbs. Probably a lot easier than you think, actually, because realistically, and I think this is probably how Rayman gets rigged in 3D outings. Just use a normal humanoid rig and hook that up. Because the actual rig itself don't show up in, like, once rendering's taken place. So that probably wouldn't actually be that hard. Because it would have all the inverse kinematics and all that 3D modeling rigging shite already sorted out. That would be a fun one, like especially if I pull from the Legends art style. Rayman Legends has a good art style. God, I want them to make a new mainline Rayman game. Should we, like, actually attempt to proper stream play... Well, do another attempt at a stream playthrough of Rayman Legends? Because I did so way back when I was still a facecam streamer. And never really finished it. So... would that be something you guys would be interested in at some point? I mean, I do cover a fair few platformers on this, well, I do cover a fair few platformers anyway. Hell, at some point I do actually want to try doing a stream playthrough of a PS5 Astrobot games a proper go. I would have to make doubly sure that we don't have little fetuses walk in. Well, by accident, into the stream by accident, but that's not the hardest situation to deal with. But yeah. Wouldn't mind trying to attempt to actually complete a Castlevania game too at some point. Just not Circle and Moon. That one's annoying. I played a bit of Harmony of Dissonance, and I barely touched Hyrule Warriors out of the ones in the Advanced Collection. I suppose in terms of the whole Metroid and Metroidvania side of it, I definitely seem to be more on the Metroid side of it, believe it or not. We all know how much I enjoyed playing through Super Metroid, and yeah, I got Metroid Dread for Christmas last year, and I really fucking enjoyed that one. Ooh. Didn't I try to start a stream playthrough of Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, but just kind of dropped it? Maybe that should be maybe I should put that one in the I want to try doing a stream playthrough of that again list. Cause, well, I can go into the history of the Crash franchise a bit. A franchise I actually have very little experience with. Like, my only really experiences with playing it are a bit of Crash 1 via the Insane trilogy, and Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, and Spiral Purple, or no, Crash Purple, or Crash Fusion, or whatever the hell it, those weird little mini game compilation GBA titles were. You know, the infamous ones. Whatever the hell they were called. I think they were called Crash and Spiral Fusion over here. It gets confusing when games have wildly different names in different territories, I will admit. Ironically, it's mostly European territories games get their names changed in. But, hey-ho. Since we're on the, topic of, racing games, might as well go over what we're doing tomorrow. In that case, because we are playing a racing game tomorrow. Yeah, we're checking out the H1 Festival in, Sonic Racing Crossworlds. And I'll do my best to avoid the temptation to attempt to sing Mako Mitai in my Zavok voice. No promises. That's likely gonna happen. And I hope one of y'all fucking clip it. I can't sing or do a decent Zavok voice, so you're in for a treat for that one. But yeah, that's, and we did Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity today. Got a Master Sword, dealt with some Yiga bollocks. And got going with a lot of stuff too. All that good stuff. Yeah, that's the schedule. And as for next week, not sure. Well, obviously it'll be more Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity on the Friday next week. And, due to how we do our alternate between our two grinding games, we'd probably be playing some Monster Hunter next week. Especially due to the fact that, I don't think we're massive. Whoa. It might be an idea to start getting ready. Whoa. Start getting some armor together so we can start screwing about with builds a bit more. Or just another round talisman farming. We like bait on our dead fire octopus, don't at this point. Well, week after next, I said about this earlier. The schedule that week would be tentative. Just cause, house refurbishing stuff. And, yeah, so we don't know how long that'll take. Supposed to be a couple of days, but, at the beginning of the week, I think, but, you never know. So that week will be a bit of a play it by ear. Or I might just decide to take that week off streaming just to chill for a bit. But, hey ho. We'll see what happens when... Well, that's... We still got another week before I have to figure that one out. Yeah. If I don't stream that particular week, I might actually just try and lock in a bit with this whole 5.0 model malarkey. Because I have like the front and side views, I just need to do the 3/4 view for the actual expressions and stuff. And then actually doing the expressions. Well, I wouldn't mind making a new scene transition and maybe editing the chat overlay bit a smidge first. I don't know. Like I said, it has a distinct lack of little guy. So I'm gonna stick a little guy in it. So, yeah. But, yeah. Yeah, I really can't think of what else to actually talk about. Oh, yeah. Have any of you guys got any sort of projects and bits and pieces of that nature that you guys work on? Because, well, I'm always curious. Have you also had things that you've gotten into cause you've cause a streamer that you or content creator that you like does it, so you've decided to give it a try and you've gotten into it? Because I'm always curious about that. Like, us content creators, yeah, we can influence people to do things. That's why memes can become widespread. One, because if a popular person starts using a particular meme, so does everyone else. Because they want to be cool too. I don't know exactly how meme culture works. I don't engage with it particularly much. Hell, I do sometimes tend to distance myself from certain aspects of internet culture in general. My opinions about those particular parts of internet culture are probably best not said on stream. Not unless you want to be here for Fortnite. And I don't want to particularly go into and I don't particularly like the idea of going into full-blown rant mode on stream. I don't mind going in full-blown ramble mode, because that's talking about something I'm generally interested in. Likely I'm the only one that's generally interested in it, but hey-ho. But, hey, that's how it is. Getting a bit tired now. So, that usually means That's my body's way of telling me to. It should probably be time that I start wrapping up. So, that is what we're gonna do. So, yeah, I'm gonna start wrapping up. So, as always, thank you all for popping in and hanging out with me. Very, very much appreciate it. And I would love to have you pop in again at some point. If you want. I hope you all stay safe and have a wonderful rest of your day. Oh yeah, this was the new end scene that I was talking about earlier. I'm quite happy with that, how it turned out actually. Like, really happy. Anywho, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe. Have fun with any plans you have for tonight. And I will see you tomorrow for some Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Good night, everybody. And I will see you tomorrow. Good night.